Japan, the land of the rising sun, is full of wonderful things like anime, video games, manga, and other things we cannot talk about here. Where am I going with this? Mystical Ninja Goemon. He had humble beginnings in the arcade with Mr. Goemon. He was depicted as a traditional Japanese character before his design was changed for the Legend of the Mystical Ninja on the Super Nintendo, where North Americans would experience Goemon for the first time as an RPG. This format worked better for the series and would transition into a favorite on the Nintendo 64. Following me so far? I hope so. If not, let's get to why you're here. The merchandise for Goemon is hard to obtain and research for. To give myself a minor breather, I won't include the Lupin III items as that is an entirely different series of its own and it would stray from the icon we're discussing today, Goemon. Strap on your ninja headbands, it's time to take a gander at the Mystical Ninja Goemon's merchandise. Ganbare Goemon Karakuri Dochi Machi-hen is a board game based on the game of the same name. It was released in 1986 and it was published by Konami. A Japanese guidebook to Ganbare Goemon 2 by Tokumo Shoten features original artwork of the characters in various situations. It is possible that the artwork contained in it is actually official artwork that did not make it in the packaging of the game. Thank you Goemon Wiki, you're gonna be helping me out in this video, like a lot. In 1990, Goemon got an LCD game translated as Ebisu's Close Call. Your job is to rescue Ebisumaru from the bad guys. The game is in Japanese, so unless you're native to the country or have an understanding of the language, you will understand a word they're saying. A year later, Goemon was finally localized in the West on the Super Nintendo. However, Japan was the only country to have guidebooks for the game, both featuring manga-style art. Around the same year, an anime released in 1991 as part of a campaign to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Ganbare Goemon series, being distributed as a lottery prize for purchasers of the Super Famicom game Ganbare Goemon Yukihime Kyushutsu Imaki, known outside of Japan as The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. It was later distributed as a user gift tie-in for purchasers of Ganbare Goemon 3, Shishi Juro Kube no Kara Kuri Manji Gatame. Holy crap, that's a mouthful. It was officially released for purchase in stores on VHS format on March 26, 1993. Once again, thank you Goemon Wiki. Aside from that OVA, Goemon also got a manga adaptation that ran from 1991 through 1992 with 3 volumes. It was released in Japan only. The manga series would actually expand through 4 different series, each having only 3 volumes. The only piece of merchandise released around this time was a Lupin plush you could win in UFO capture machines. In 1992, Ganbare Goemon got a sequel on the Super Famicom in Japan, and this poster of the cast helped promote it. Heck, a 3rd game was made and Konami published a guidebook for it. It's a darn shame these games were never localized. But America would be blessed later on with a hit game on the Nintendo 64. But before we get into that, in 1996, a spin-off maze game titled Soreyuke Ebisumaru Karakuri Meiro Keita Goemon no Nazo was released and got a game guide, published by Konami. Whew! Alright, we can move on now! In 1997, Goemon would get a full 23-episode anime to help promote the hit Nintendo 64 game, Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon. This game screams anime from its art style to this quirky intro. Starting off with the most coveted item, in my opinion, this plush of our protagonist was sold in Japan either as a prize in a lottery or UFO capture machines, or as a limited edition item. Either way, this plush of Goemon and Sasuke are rarities and fetch for high prices. Konami published a strategy guide for the game featuring new artwork on the cover. Released alongside the game on Nintendo 64 was a PlayStation game of Goemon, and Konami once again published a strategy guide for it. Bandai made these blind box figures of the cast with different buildings. No matter what box you get, you're getting Goemon. Konami licensed these yo-yos with the characters plastered on them. They come in red and green. These are cute novelties, a rubber bouncy ball and a temporary tattoo or sticker. Chances are these were prizes or freebies. Not much is known about them. As for these towels, they look to be promotional items given the presentation. First towel has an N64 renders, whereas the second one has traditional art. Keeping the home decor theme, we have these plates and cups with the characters in their signature poses. On the bottom of these are some music notes with no year or company to lead us to their origin. Catchy figures are addicting to collect for some people, and have a profitable market if you know what you're looking for. Goemon has a nice collection of characters to choose from, each coming in a typical capsule. With an awesome soundtrack, a game is bound to get a CD, and Goemon got one with the colorful red and blue artwork. There's another CD soundtrack with the cast in a yellow background, but watch out, there are imposters among us. If the yellow is brighter, then it's fake. The third variant has Goemon resting on grass. Nagasakiya Goemon candy, Good Luck Goemon candy that was released by the late Nagasakiya with a keychain. The lineup is of Goemon, Ebisumaru, Sasuke, Yaichan, an old man who knows, Omi-chan, Goemon Impact, and a medium volume. Since all 10 types were close packages, it may have been difficult to complete them when they were first released. When I got the unopened box and checked the assortment of one box, there were exactly 10 types in a box. Goemon is often found in the market, so I thought it might be an assortment that contained a little more of Goemon, but in reality, it was an equal assortment. If you want to collect 3-dimensional objects of the Goemon series at this time, you can discover the difference in modeling between Nagasakiya and Bandai by collecting them in parallel with the Goemon erasers sold by Bandai at Gachapon. It's interesting to be able to do it. A seller on eBay gave that description, so shout out to them. Goemon Pogs? Poggers! That's gonna be outdated in 10 years, give or take. These are indeed Pogs on a sheet of cardboard. Punch them out and place them in your binder, or you can leave them as they are. This is a bank of Goemon. It holds your coins, and over time it'll become a weight to exercise with. In one of Endzone's issues, you got this poster of Goemon, and on the other side it features Tonic Trouble. This toy of Goemon Impact is sorta like a Beyblade. Here's a sheet of examples of the toy. You can do cool tricks, like look at the top left corner of the packaging. That's amazing! Anime Ganbare Goemon is a Japanese collectible card game based on the video game of the franchise Goemon, property of Konami. The card game debuted in July of 2000 exclusively in Japan, and it is a part of the Konami Collection card series. Thanks again, Goemon Wiki! Re-released on the Game Boy Advance, Ganbare Goemon 1 and 2 from the Super Famicom era. It's a 2-in-1 package. This poster here advertises the game in question with colorful artwork. Classic Japan. Area 64 also advertises the game in Germany, specifically the second one. Konami is at it again with another strategy guide. In 2005, Goemon hit Nintendo's dual-screen console known as the DS. Japan came out with some fancy-looking adverts for the video game stores. Poster is in a scroll-like fashion and I adore it. A guidebook for the game was published by Konami with the box art as its cover. In 2017, a deluxe soundtrack was released in Japan featuring 30 tracks from the games. 2 years later, Wonderfest had these 3 figures of Goemon, Sasuke, and Ebisumaru for sale. They are model kits he put together just like this Goemon Impact figure from 2020. The kings and queens of video game merchandise as we know it, Fangamer, got a hold of Goemon, starting off with the vinyl soundtrack to the Super Nintendo game. The vibrant colors of red plus blue and blue plus white representing Goemon and Ebisumaru are an eye-catcher. Here you have pins of the main 4 characters made in hard enamel, designed by Nina Matsumoto. This Goemon Impact poster was designed by JMV with the cast standing victorious. Our first t-shirt is designed by Nina Matsumoto. The shirt has the mystical ghosts and each one comes with a bonus sticker. Our second t-shirt is designed by Casey Green with Ebisumaru dancing on top of a drum, and each shirt comes with, yes, you guessed it, a bonus sticker. Designed by JMV is this dashing impact keychain with different charms. Of course, we saved the best for last. We finally have an affordable Goemon plush soon to hit Fangamer. His hair appears to be super soft and fluffy, and he comes with a gold coin and pipe that are magnetic. For years we've had that bank breaker of a plush, but now Fangamer comes to the rescue yet again with quality and affordability. While he wasn't really known in the West, Goemon made an impact on the gaming community with his memorable title on the Nintendo 64. It's an obscure classic, but a classic is a classic. The Mystical Ninja Goemon is a far better choice than, I don't know, Quest 64, let's be real. With how relevant this ninja is, could we expect a new game? Who knows? What I do know is that we'll get new merchandise as time goes on, especially with Fangamer. Ganbare, Goemon!